Hello, welcome to the program. And the life of Pi has taken on a life of its own. We've also got some other stories about foreigners behaving badly. Seems to be a bit of a theme in the news here in Thailand at the moment. We do have a glimmer of good news at the very end of the program. And all thanks to 5-Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. They're sort of cashing in on the White Lotus Series 3 theme at the moment, and we'll get to that a little bit later on in the program. But let's go to this story that's just across all Thai media today. Starting with Bangkok Post, Thai police chief vows crackdown on unruly expats. All expats? Well, no, the story really is just about one group. Let's get into it. And the Thai police chief has set a 7-day deadline for officers to investigate foreign nationals living in Pai district of Mae Hong Son. And the order comes amid a growing number of complaints directed at Israelis. And meanwhile, the Prime Minister has dismissed reports that many Israelis who settled in Pai had posted signs to ban Thais from entering their properties. Well, on the contrary, most of the signs we've been seeing have been Thai establishments not permitting Israelis to go in. Another more conspiracy-minded post says the Bangkok Post said some Israelis viewed Pai as a new promised land and that more than 30,000 had moved to the district. And the Prime Minister said, hold on a moment, we've already verified this is not true. The actual population of Israelis in Pai is estimated to be around 3,000, according to local media reports. And the popularity of Pai and a lot of the misunderstanding circulates around a chabad, which is Hebrew for community centre. It's been built not far from the local police station. It serves as a multi-purpose gathering place where Jewish religious services are also held. But some Thai restaurants in the town have reportedly banned Israelis. Now, just very quickly checking the Thai constitution in regards to religion. It says the constitution prohibits discrimination based on religious belief. It states that all persons are equal before the law regardless of religious belief and allows all persons to profess, observe or practice any religion of their choice as long as the exercise of these freedoms is not harmful to the security of the state. But hardly surprising, it also provides for the special promotion of Theravada Buddhism. So a lot of misinformation in social media targeting one particular group has spurred this mass coverage in Thai media today. As we head to this one from nation Thailand, no Israeli promised land in Pai, tourist police refute social media claims. And just going through the weeds in this story, Mae Hong Son tourist police have denied claims circulating on social media that Israeli tourists have established a permanent Jewish community in Pai. And the local police clarified that the reported figure of 30,000 Israeli tourists refers to the total number of Israeli visitors over the past year, not a permanent settlement. And speaking about Chabad House, he says it exists for tourists, established solely to cater for visiting Jewish tourists and not as a sign of permanent Jewish settlement. He also noted that Thailand has 7 Chabad houses in different prominent parts of the country. And the Pai Chabad House, built with proper permission, occupies 200 square wa of land, and it serves as a place for Jewish religious rites on Fridays and Saturdays and accommodates up to 200 tourists for communal dining. And police also dismissed rumours that Chabad House was being used for drug-related activities or illicit parties, clarifying that it functions purely as a place for prayer and communal dining for Jewish tourists. And the owner of the Peacock, the Pai Hotel, warned that spreading false rumours or discriminating against Israeli tourists could damage Pai's tourist industry. And Thai PBS getting into the story as well. Their headline, clampdown on law-breaking Israeli tourists in Pai district. So just a sample of some of the social media. This one from Crew Key from TikTok. Said that trouble being caused by Israelis in Pai district is steadily worsening. Things like smoking weed in the district hospital, raising the middle finger. It says some Israelis also smoke weed in the street and park motorcycles on the road. And complaints included things like illegal opening of a car rental and taxi service, creating loud noises, causing a disturbance, illegal use of public land for commercial purposes, and they talk about the presence of a synagogue. It's not a synagogue, behind the Pai District Police Station. So plenty of misinformation spread by social media over the past month or so. Yes, there have been some specific incidents, but looks like police, the media and the government officials heading up there to try and dispel some of the misinformation. But you just go to one publication, in this case thepattianews.com, and there's plenty of other cases of foreigners behaving badly. Such is the theme at the moment. Pattaya Tourist Police raid company for allegedly hiring illegal Chinese workers. Pattaya Tourist Police arrest Russian man for working as illegal tour guide in Pattaya. Tourist Police arrest Australian man for operating cannabis shop illegally without a work permit. 2 Pakistani men arrested for illegally working at Miracle Herb Shop in Pattaya. And Swiss national arrested in Pattaya for alleged child sexual abuse faces deportation. Ultimately, if you do have more tourists and more expats in a country, you are going to end up with more stories about foreigners behaving badly. But we go to the Thai border now, and it looks like all the work from the Thai government over the recent month with their scissors cutting off supplies to some of these scam centres is bearing fruit. Not a day goes by when we don't see stories about people coming across the Thai border who have been released or saved from some of these scam centres. Just a sample. This one from the Khao English Facebook page. And the Thai armies reported that Myanmar authorities and the BGF have provided information about 1,219 human trafficking victims of 12 different nationalities from Shwekoko, Yatai and Kwekoko. And the breakdown by nationality, the vast majority are Chinese, but also people from all those other countries listed there. So let's hope this flow of people out of these scam centres continues. I've got a bit of inside news from some of the people who have been released, as well as a person who actually works in one of these scam towns as a hairdresser. So let's go to the White Lotus. And I'm not sure if you've been watching this series. As I said on Saturday, I've been trying to watch it and trying to enjoy it. I can't quite get into it. I'm sort of halfway through the second series. The third series was released on Tuesday, and it features both Samui and Phuket, basically set around a sort of a luxury resort and the travails of some of the people, and there's always a bit of a dark side to it. Beautifully shot, by the way, and it is going to attract a lot of people to, mostly Samui and Phuket, to try and catch up with some of the locations. Even 5-Star Marine are into it. And live your own White Lotus adventure. Obsessed with White Lotus Season 3? Dreaming of luxury, stunning islands and exotic escapes? Now you can experience it for yourself, but without the drama. With 5-Star Marine, you can set sail on your own private luxury speedboat tour to explore the same breathtaking islands featured in the show. And photos from the series and some of the people enjoying some of those experiences with Sean and the team. And 5-Star Marine very involved with providing some of the transportation and marine services for the filming of that third series of The White Lotus. A bit of good news to finish with. Well, talking transport once again. And we go to Bangkok Post. New first-class bus service from Bangkok airports to Hua Hin and Pattaya. And state-run transport company will launch a first-class bus service from Don Mueang and Suvarnabhumi airports to Hua Hin and Pattaya on March the 8th. Now, there's going to be 4 round trips daily between Don Mueang and Pattaya. Each trip was 162 kilometres, take 2.5 hours, and will be 155 baht. There'll be 2 round trips daily between Don Mueang and Hua Hin. That's a 216 kilometre trip. The fare will be 200 baht and take about 3.5 hours, and there'll be 4 round trips between Suvarnabhumi Airport and Pattaya. Each trip will be 127 kilometres, take 2 hours, and will cost 122 baht. Tickets will be on sale in the passenger terminals of both airports. And regarding yesterday's story about the problem some foreigners are having opening bank accounts here in Thailand, I spent quite a lot of time yesterday trying to get some more clarification. I really didn't find anything. However, I did visit my own local bank manager, posed the question to him. He knew nothing about the issue at all. So we will wait and see when I get some concrete information something that might be useful to you, I will pass that on. In the meantime, we'll just keep on going with all the other news. Now, we should also remind you that if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we'd invite you to do so. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you later.